Welcome, Pisces. Welcome, Dreamweavers. I have meditated on your energy. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Drop me a fish in the comment to show me some love. And we're going to get right into this for today for you, okay? So I pulled some oracle cards and I pulled the energy. Your energy today is the Knight of Wands. I'm liking this energy for you, Pisces. I'm really liking this energy because the Knight of Wands is hasty, adventurous, energetic, charming, warm, exciting, fearless. And it's like, I feel like you're finally getting over your fears. You're confident, self-assured, a little rebellious, going against the grain, right? Sexy, shameless, maybe a little hot-tempered, so tame it down. Put some water in it, and then we have hydrate next to that. So, maybe some water to keep that temper from flaring, right? But I feel like, I know that you've managed a lot of that, but this energy that you're in right now can be a little hot tempered. You could be moving right now, like going to another country. You know what I feel about this, Pisces? Because we have reliable, hydrate, growth, bright ideas, and shedding. I pulled a couple extra oracles for you. And it's like I feel like right now, you're taking calculated risks and you're about finishing what you started, right? You are not about to let anybody get in your way right now. You have started on a task. You are focused. You just, your confidence is just, this whole spread exudes confidence, right? Taking action. Look at this. Bright ideas, innovation, new methods, tests, ideas, breakthrough, inspiration, discovery. This is you taking action. Although in this action, I also feel like bright ideas, kind of I was feeling like a little sarcasm. So there's like somebody in your energy that might be a little bit jealous. That there's someone in your energy that may be jealous of your energy, how confident you are, how like you're on a revolution. You are on a path to just get what you want right now. And that can make other people jealous. That can make other people look at themselves. And this is you holding up a mirror to others who haven't done the work, right? Because it took you a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of work to get here, right? To tame that temper, to make a decision to move and just know like it's the right thing to do, even if it's uncomfortable. So this is you moving in discomfort to get what you want because you are confident and self-assured, and you know that whatever it is that you set your mind to, you can do. You are finishing what you start. Okay? And obviously with hydrate here, I feel like, hydrate, water, emotions, right? So don't let tempers flare, especially with this Knight of Wands here. So, I mean, staying hydrated can help you, but staying hydrated is about your health also, right? Because water is essential for your health. It's essential for, and when you think about it, water is essential for all parts of your health. It's essential for your mental health, your physical health, and 70% of your body is water. Can you believe that? So if you're not drinking enough water, it becomes problematic in all areas. So I think Spirit is just wanting you to remember to temper yourself. And how do you temper? When it's hot outside, you drink water to cool off, right? That's what you need to do. So just remember that it's like your energy is remember that you are, even though you're in this Knight of Wands energy here, your energy, you are a water sign. So in order to stay balanced, right, and not go off the handle, not go off the handle, because some of you may even have some fire in your chart. So you may have some Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius in your chart. So you want to stay balanced, and the way for you to stay balanced is to balance your emotions, balance your your water intake, flush out toxins, continue to do those things that flush out toxins, and cleanse your energy, keep your energy cleansed, take some I don't know, salt baths, just water is going in right now. In this energy that you're carrying, water is going to be your friend. So you can carry water with you, right? You can go sit by the water, right? If you can go to the ocean. If you're not by the ocean, maybe there's a lake near you. Go to the lake. Get yourself by some water to help temper yourself, to help keep yourself balanced. And maybe always keep a bottle of water with you. Like, I think I said that already. And just as our, the ocean, I think we are 70% water, but it's ironic, right? That we are also, this is how connected we are with the earth, right? Because that I'm feeling that earth energy for you too, right? So this is also going to help you stay grounded, because 70%, just as your body is 70% water, just as the earth is covered with 70% of water. And we need to keep that balance. We need to remember to keep that balance. And trees, trees can't live without water, right? So even though you're in this beautiful fire energy of confidence and being open-minded, free-spirited, sexy, finishing what you start, success, you got success on your mind, especially with growth in here, growth and bright ideas here, you have success on your mind. So, but in order to continue this growth and success, you're going to have to remain tempered. And, it's really, the thing about water also is it can keep you from getting sick, right? It helps with recovery from illness, depending. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying it helps with recovery. You drink water. Sometimes we're hungry. Imagine this: if you're someone that's trying to thwart off hunger, or you're trying to you're doing like a food cleanse. Sometimes when we eat, we're not even hungry. We're thirsty. So drink water. Drink water, okay? And then we have the energy here of being, oh, and another thing I have to mention here is the energy on this table for you are 3s and 8. Look at this. 33, 38, and then 1 and 5 is 6, breaks down to 3. So, 2 3s, right? 3 times 2 is 6. And is a derivative of 3. So I'm thinking even 15 is a derivative of 3, right? So 3, let me give you a little insight on the numbers. Number 8, right, is the infinity sound. So number 8 is about balance, and what goes around comes around. So I feel like there's this whole reading is about you staying balanced, right? We talked about hydrating, balancing your energy. And number 3 is about Number 3 is about growth, creativity, self-expression. See, look at this. Your whole, this is all, there's a whole there's synchronicity here. Because 3 is about growth, creativity, and self-expression, which you have. But also the 8, which is at the center, 3 and 8, you have 3 here, which is a derivative of 3, 1 and 5, which is a derivative of 3, which is you starting and ending with passion. But then look at this, 3 and 8. So it's like, okay, Spirit is saying, good, be creative, be expressive, bring out that fire energy, but also do not forget to bring balance into this situation. Do not forget that what goes around comes around, right? So the energy that you're putting out is coming back to you. Do not get ahead of yourself. Do not and I hate to say do not, because that's negative, right? But do, I should say, do balance yourself. Do remember that what goes around comes around. Do remember that, as we spoke about, right? You are connected to Mother Gaia. So you're connected to the earth through water. So you're connected to the earth through water. So I don't know. It's like Spirit wants you to just remember that, not to. Not, it's not that Spirit doesn't want you to be overconfident. Spirit is loving your confidence, but Spirit wants you to just remember that confidence is one thing, but we don't need to step on other people to get what we want, right? So as you're charging through, that's why you need to stay balanced, because as you're charging through to get what you want, and you're on this path to success, right? You do have people around you, like I said, that are like, oh, you again with bright ideas. What bright idea does Pisces have now? So you need to be remain aware, right? So that you're not trampling all over anyone else's feelings, and not to dim your light. Of course, we don't, Spirit does not want you to dim your light at all, but just to be mindful and aware, right? Just to keep that in the mind, back of your mind, and staying balanced is going to do that. Staying hydrated and emotionally charged and connected to water somehow, right? Whether it's drinking or being by the ocean, being by the lake, taking a salt bath, those types of things. You figure out. Maybe put a bowl of water, even if you're not drinking, put a cup of water by your head at nighttime. You are a water sign, Pisces. And then for this reliable, right? One of your biggest challenges have been relying on yourself. And sometimes you've wanted to depend on other people, and then you found that you couldn't, right? You're always, and the thing is that it's been, instead of being, how do I want to say this? Instead of being dependable on yourself, you've been dependable for other people. So people have been able to lean on you, come get comfort from you. Because when you make a commitment to people, you follow through. You follow through. And that is, that is in part the fire energy that you carry, but now that's in part, well, that's through your water energy, but following through for others, right? But now you've been granted, you're showing up in this fire energy that's coming from I don't know where, and now this is you being reliable on you. Being accountable to yourself is the first step in really shifting, has been really, it's been the, how do I want to say this? Oh, this is so amazing. I feel you. I feel that energy is like fast and moving for you. It's so fiery that I can't even pull my thoughts together fast enough. I have to slow down. See what I said? It's almost like I have to find that balance. Being accountable. This fire energy has been you finally being accountable to yourself and shifting your own relationship with yourself, how you see yourself. So you want to always keep small commitments to yourself, even if you have to put it on a calendar, in a notebook, and you know, give yourself a time to complete whatever it is that you're doing for you. That way you know that you've blocked out time for you always. And that's going to be you being balanced. And maybe the hydrating, right? So there's what's coming in right now is that you've released with shedding here, outgrown, detaching, releasing, abandoning, cutting your losses, time to set higher goals. You've moved on from being the martyr. But just because you've moved on from being the martyr doesn't mean that once you've accomplished the goals on your calendar, that you are still there to be part of your life's purpose is to be reliable for others, right? But just not to overgive. So I guess that's what was trying to come through earlier. I just couldn't blah. I couldn't get it through. Um yeah, I couldn't get it through. As you're shifting, I think Archangel Gabriel is the angel of water, and Archangel Uriel is the earth, angel of earth. So you want to use, right? Because we talked about earth, and we talked about Archangel Michael is fire. So right now you are in this fire angel. You are in this fire energy, and Archangel Raphael is the angel of air. So as you're looking for this balance, you want to call on all four of these angels, right? You're already in this Archangel Michael energy. But Archangel Raphael is air, Archangel Gabriel is water, and Uriel is earth. So you want to be calling on these energies, right, to help keep you grounded. And so, which means that you may want to light incense, right? The air from the incense, the smoke, right? Like I said, water already, and then connect with the earth. Maybe go stand by water, go ground yourself outside somewhere. These angels are beautiful to work with as you're shifting from not following through for yourself to following through, because of course angels are made of love, right? But like, not just that, when you're using the different energies, when you're calling on the different energies from these angels to keep you grounded, you are more likely to stay grounded and follow through for yourself, and know when it's okay. When you've done your follow through for yourself, you're going to be guided to when it's okay to follow through for others. But this is a time to just remember that you have a spirit team that you can call on, and that you are your own best friend. Pisces, you are your own best friend. But just as you are your own best friend, you've been your own worst enemy, right? At one time, when you were overgiving, when you were not giving to yourself. So, and this growth and all of this is your growth and expansion, and this is absolutely beautiful. Because you're never, we're never done with our spiritual growth. This is a lifelong process. So although like you're moving into this next phase of your life, you've completed and closed out cycles, right? But you're still in this lifelong process. So it doesn't mean that you don't stay balanced. And we need to know what energies to use, to who to call on, to what energies to use and who to call on, who we can call on to help us maintain this lifelong balance. Because there's always gonna be something new to learn. Always. And as you learn, there's always gonna be something new to learn. And as you learn, you're being called to share, right? Balance again. Be reliable to yourself, and then you can be reliable to others. And use your connection with your higher self to hold that vision in your mind and increase your power by seeing your light, by expanding who you are, and and letting your light shine. Know what makes you feel happy, content, and in charge in your life. Right? These are the things that are gonna help you stay balanced also and continue to grow. And just remember that growth, a lot of your growth in the past has been painful, right? Has come your from your pain, the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Swords. But just remember that growth doesn't have to be painful. Growth now can be joyful, right? Call on those archangels to help you find the joy in your growth moving forward. Because that's what it's meant to be. As you move into this new cycle, it's not that you stop growing. It's just that your growth is going to look and feel different than it did in the past, but you're still growing, Pisces. 222 on the clock as I said that. I'm going to pull. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to pull one tarot card to clarify each of these, the hydrate, reliable, and growth, for advice for Pisces. Please, Spirit. Let's pull. Too many. Five of Pentacles. Too many. Emperor. And the King of Pentacles. Look at this. Okay. I feel like when you weren't balanced, Spirit is saying that when you weren't balanced, just they don't want you to they want you to move forward. They want you to move forward, growth, and have all this growth and be happy and understand that growth can be joyful, right? But Spirit is saying that it's this Five of Pentacles energy. It's kind of like a memory, right? You're not holding on to it anymore. But this Five of Pentacles energy, remembering it, is what is going to keep you from going back to it. It will keep you from going back to the... Holy smokes. I just split the deck. And guess what? It will, as I was saying, look at this. 10 of Swords and 10 of, because you've completed the cycle already. You have completed the cycle already. Right? Look at that. 10 of swords and 10 of wands. So Spirit is saying, look, it's okay. You need these, as you've released all of this and moved on to this next stage of growth in your life. This is your past. You want to, you've forgiven, you didn't forget, right? But there's a reason why we don't forget. We don't forget so we can remember and wallow in that, in the pity of it anymore. We remember so that we don't go back. Okay? 10-10. Wow. Let's clarify. Oh, we already did, for crying out loud. And with the Emperor, clarifying this reliable, you are reliable. Spirit is saying, look, Pisces, as you charge through, you have what it takes. You're the Emperor, you're balanced. And this King of Pentacles, your growth, stay true to your growth, because this is the energy you're going to bring in. This you staying true to your growth continues to bring abundance in for the rest of your life. Generational wealth, Pisces. Generational wealth. I'm going to close this out now. Stay true to yourself. Remember where you've come from, and just know who you are. See, look who you are, and charge on with this fiery, carefree energy, but stay balanced. Okay, let's close this out, Pisces, for Pisces. Harmony. What did I say? Balance. I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn the darkness in me into something beautiful, transmuting that energy. I love it. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. Exactly. Balance. It's that 8 energy, that using your creativity, the 3 energy, the with the 8, combining that to balance out your life and bring harmony, remembering where you came from, but not wallowing in the pity of where you came from. Because 10-10, look, it's done. It's that's done. It's closed. The chapter's closed. But just because the chapter's closed doesn't mean that you've forgotten, right? It means that you've forgiven yourself, you've forgiven others, but you're ready to move on. And remember, and just look and see, look and remember every day who you are. Even if you got to go to the mirror and say, look, I've already shed that skin. I am not that person anymore. This is who I am. This is who I'm becoming. This is who I am. And remember that this energy is for you to share with others as you are balanced. All right, Pisces, thank you for joining me. I'm closing this out. I will see you in the next one. Let's keep weaving that dream together. And remember, around here, we don't shrink. We grow. And we move into and become who we were always meant to be.